Lapu-Lapu once made history in the Battle of Mactan. No fear, all heart, all courage. Now our queens are ready to fight, brave, fearless, and undaunted. From the shores of Mactan to the courts of USJR Coliseum, action continues only here in Cebu, the courageous Queen City of the South. Bakbakan na! This is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.
The second of today's schedule and the last in our quartet of games here in Cebu at the USJR Coliseum, and these delightful, joyful, exuberant fans joining all of you wherever you're catching our presentation of the PVL on tour. And this final battle is important because one of them might just make that ticket, that final trip to the next round. It's going to be a battle. Don't think of 3 sets. Don't think of 4. It may be more. And we don't know what will happen here. But this is going to be a great battle in Flores.
That is correct. I mean, we're ready. This is the last game in our Cebu leg, and I'm sure Franny has a lot of stories for us.
Why, she's the one who really toured Cebu. Ano? Believe ako.
I'd like to thank the PVL for allowing me to explore more of Cebu.
Yeah, and at your next destination, we want you to do so much more. Team standings will update us as to where everybody is. Take us through this deal.
PLDT already swept their entire pool in Pool A with a 5-0 record. That means that they are through to the next round of competition. Right now, Farm Fresh and NxLed have identical win-loss cards. They're both at 3-1. And as you said, the winner of this match will gain an outright berth to the quarterfinals, and the loser will head on to that knockout phase.
Okay, yesterday we had some shining stars as you first take a look at the team standings for the other group.
Well, for Pool B, Signal is looking good with a 4-1 record, but we still have to wait for the final results of the games to determine the top 2 teams in Pool B.
And I think those are the games in Tandon.
Yes.
Next, our production team will high off too. It will be through God's grace and a miracle that they will arrive from the south all the way to the north. Yesterday, as I was about to say, we had some shining stars, and Trisha Tubo is one of those shining stars yesterday here in Cebu.
Pagka bukas pa lang ng franchise ng Farm Fresh, Trisha Tubo has been their best attacker, and right now she continues to be their best option when it comes to offense. Look at the total production of Trisha Tubo in the PVL on tour, 65 combined points, and she led all scorers in yesterday's win as well.
Okay, and she's not the only one. Of course, later on we'll find out about more. And another shining star was Jolina de la Cruz.
Well, before, nung kakasimula pa lang ng Farm Fresh, there was so much pressure on the shoulders of Trisha Tubo because she really carried the heavy load in scoring. But now, with Jolina de la Cruz also in the fold, recovered Jolina de la Cruz, a healthy Jolina, less na yung pressure sa shoulders ni Trisha Tubo, and you can see the contributions of Jolina de la Cruz, not just on offense, but also in reception and defense as well.
And I was saying at our opening, it was an infusion of young blood, but the veterans were very much there as well.
Exactly. I want to talk more about Rachel and Dapis. You know, when we were in Ilagan, I got to sit next to Rem Palma, also at Amaraw. She won a championship with Rad in the V-League under Coach Shaq, and she was talking about the efficiency of one Rachel Andakis. Every time she's injected inside the court, she brings that energy and impact plays. And I got to talk to Rad about that, and she said, you know, the secret, which she was very nice to share with me, unlike the secret to her bread in her bakery, she said, the secret is really being consistent and disciplined. Disciplined physically, mentally, emotionally, having yourself composed and collected, and have it become something that is natural, that just flows out of you. And that is why she is able to still play the way that she does now. And it was honestly so fun watching her last night.
Okay, time. It's unfair to say that she turned back the hands of time. Time never moved with Rachel Andakis. You had the right line for that. I will never forget that from Cebu. She has her own
Ring light.
Ring light. I kept saying halo. It's a generational thing, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, let's try to shift our attention to the other side. Am I right? Yes. Some confusion as to the name of the EJ that we focused on here.
EJ Carino is actually one of the veterans of NxLed. Kinasal na siya, kaya alam ko naninibago pa tayo sa last linya. But in yesterday's game against PLDT, they needed a veteran presence. She did not start in the first set, and we saw that the attackers were shut down by the blockers of PLDT. So when she entered the court in the second set, nag-iba rin yung takbo ng laro ng Nextled, and she also contributed 11 markers.
I hope I'm not getting ahead of Franny's report. I know she was discussing this with us. That medyo under the weather si EJ for a while, and I'll allow Franny to expand on that later on. But there was another shining star, I guess, for NextLed in new blood that has been infused into this team.
If we were to choose one of the best rookies this conference, isa na dyan si Lian de Guzman. Yes, na-limit yung numbers niya against PLDT, but 9 points, not so bad to support the numbers of EJ Laure. We know that she was the top pick in the PVL rookie draft, and she has been showing everybody na kaya niyang pumuntos ng madami for the Chameleons.
Franny?
Well, I want to talk now about Coach Ettore. Did you know his first time going out of town actually in the Philippines was in Minglanilla last year? So he played, or his team rather, played there, and he told me that the key difference right now is they've just had more time to learn the system, more time to have the 4 new additions that they have really integrate into that system and play as one unit. And he told me he'll never forget Cebu because he loves the lechon and he loves the chicharon, something he always asks for from Critch Makaslang. But today is going to be another unforgettable game for Coach Ettore because he'll be facing a longtime friend in Coach Alessandro Lodi. They actually met each other back in 1997. They attended the practice of one Coach Velasco, who now coaches the Italian national team. And it's been 28 years, and this is the first time they'll be facing each other as coaches. And unfortunately, 7-0, he wants 5 sets. He said it only feels fair.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It doesn't matter. Boy, these two, we have to assign cameras just to cover them. But you have a question for our audience.
I do have a question, but first, Sev and Neil, we talked about just how warm the reception has been.
Sorry, my mistake.
And we actually have Rachel Andakis and Critch Makaslang to comment on that in this short feature. So let's watch this.
Cebu is my home. Being here and seeing all the people na sumusuporta, not just for NextLed, but also all the PVL teams that came here and played, it feels so familiar. There's this new feeling also na this is like another level. As a Cebuana, it's a way to show, it's a way to represent my city sa highest league in the Philippines could offer.
Sobrang grabe energy ng crowd ng Cebu. Grabe magmahal ang mga Cebuanos. 3rd time ko na or 4th time na dito sa Cebu, pero yung feeling is sobrang overwhelming kasi mararamdaman mo talaga yung excitement na makita ka nila and yung na-appreciate nila ikaw. Tapos lagi nila sinisigaw na love ka nila. Sobrang na-appreciate ko kayo, guys. And I love you all. I love Cebuanos.
Hi Nextled Nation, nangimbita ko ninyo tanan nyo unta suportaan niyo sa mong last game kalaban ng Farm Fresh karon. Ma-appreciate gyud namo nga mo-cheer mo para namo karon kay kinahanglan gyud ni namo madaog ang kaninga game. E pasalamat ko ninyo tanan sa inyong effort, sa inyong time nga moanhi gyud diri og tanawon ang PVL. Magkita-kita ta ninyo nya.
Sa lahat ng minamahal kong Cebuanos, maraming salamat sa mainit na pagtanggap sa Farm Fresh Foxies. At sana makabalik kami dito para makapaglaro ulit. God bless you all and I love you.
Once again, Rachel Andakis and Rich Makaslang, they love Cebu, we love Cebu, but Cebuanos are not the only one watching our game tonight, which is why I have our Pilipinas Live question of the game. You can let us know your answer just below the stream on the Pilipinas Live app, and that question is, which team will leave Cebu with a quarterfinals ticket? Will it be the Farm Fresh Foxies or the NxLed Chameleons? Let us know. Or you can also use the hashtags PVL on tour or hashtag PVL 2025. Sev, Neil, how many cents?
I have no idea. Don't ask this guy. He's useless as far as this topic is concerned. But this ball will be the main target for this game. Let's get this going with this one. Farm Fresh against NextLed in just a short while here in Cebu.
Hi, PVL fans! Nandito kami sa Cebu at nandito kami sa Fort San Pedro at samahan niyo kaming maglakwatsa. Tara na!
Ganda dito, te.
1, 2, 3, smile! Lia, na-curious lang ako. Ano yung na-learn mo dito sa first ever pro mo?
Siguro, te, for me, nung mga previous games and yung nagta-training, siguro for me, just be yourself lang.
Yeah.
And of course, yung willingness na matuto and mas mag-improve. Kasi for me, yun yung parang pinaka-importante na part na pag ang growth ng isang athlete kahit marami kang experience.
Parang mas may view dun. Sarap naman dito after mag-school.
Yeah.
Saktang date lang. Wow.
Makapag-reflect.
Oo. So, Lian, ano pa yung gusto mong matutunan ngayon na nasa pros ka na?
Siguro ito yung mga based sa naging experience ko nung first 3 games natin na parang consistency lang when it comes to playing, ganyan. And of course, yung pagiging smart pa inside the court. Kasi nga, hindi na siya yung palakasan talaga, but how you really play inside the court, kung paano mo mabibring up yung team.
Gusto ko candid.
Candid.
So, here's my last question. Gaano ka naman ka-grateful na na-draft ka ng NextLed?
Actually, sobrang happy ko. Nakita niyo naman siguro nung draft night na yung ngiti ko parang abot hanggang langit. Kasi, yun nga, sabi ko, parang gusto ko talaga sa NextLed team na, yun nga, very excited ako. Kasi yung pag-tryout ko sa inyo, sabi ko, very approachable yung mga tao, very welcoming, syempre.
Ano lang yan?
Then, of course, sa coach, sabi ko, parang different system. So, excited ako na ma-learn yung bagong system ng sa American way, and kay Coach Ettore. And wala, parang very iba yung mindset niya when it comes to volleyball. Kaya, very exciting.
Musik mo naman! Hindi ka na nga! Sabihin na natin sa kanila! Ala, yun na! Go!
Magandang gabi sa inyong tanan. Welcome to the USJR Coliseum and the 2025 PVL On Tour preseason event of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. Our contenders for match number 28 are our Farm Fresh Foxies and our NxLed Chameleons. Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Second referee, Mr. Joffer Educado. Calling on our starting lineup for our Farm Fresh Foxies. Let's begin with jersey number 1, Aloy R. Robbins Hardy. At number 4, Caitlin Viray. Wearing jersey number 8, Jolina De La Cruz. At number 9, Riza Andrea Cruz. Wearing jersey number 12, Trisha Tubu. Number 18, Lorene Taring. Starting libero is number 20, Ann Monares. Head coach, Mr. Alessandro Lodi. Calling on our NxLed Chameleons. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 9, Kiara May Permentilla. At number 3, Energy Carino. Number 7, Critch Luz Makaslang. At number 14, Jaisel Ann De Los Reyes. Number 18, Janelle Maraginot. And number 22, Jovelyn Fernandez. Starting libero is number 5, Rachel Victoria Corvina. Head coach, Mr. Ettore Guidetti. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board.
And we are just about ready to set this into motion. Some changes in the starters for both clubs, actually.
That's correct. For the Farm Fresh Foxies, Rachel Andakis will be coming off the bench. For the NxLed Chameleons, the team captain, Kiara Permentilla, will start this game with their veteran in EJ Carino. So they have solid wings right now. And one of the keys to victory for NxLed is definitely going to be organized blocking. Because in yesterday's game, I observed that the Farm Fresh Foxies set play is a bit different. Differential yung isiniset ni Aloy Robbins Hardy. So in a blocking standpoint, it is easier to set up a block.
Okay.
Kasi hindi ganun kabilis yung quick attacks nila. But then again, the attackers of Farm Fresh have heavy swings. Kaya yun din yung isa sa mga kailangan nilang pag-ingatan for Farm Fresh. They had an impressive outing yesterday. They just need to polish their reception because it was shaky yesterday, but they still won in 3 straight sets.
And we are underway with the final game here in Cebu. And off and blocking is Farm Fresh.
Joe Fernandez was shut down by the high-speed hitters last night.
Oh, yes.
So I'm sure Farm Fresh did their homework also in scouting the Chameleons.
You could sense and feel the frustration of Joe Fernandez as he tried to penetrate that defensive wall of PLDT. But here we are tied quickly on 1 apiece here in the first set. Here's EJ Laura Carino. Deep serve, Biray had to scamper. Tubu uncorks and scores.
They have developed the timing on that set play. Trisha Tubu loves hitting low fast sets. And Alohi Robbins Hardy understands that. So siya rin, ina-adjust din niya yung sets niya depending on her attacker.
In the meantime, that's kept in play. Alohi, long. Outside. Two all ang score natin. So much at stake in this game, Neil, because you don't have to go through the knockouts anymore. It's the difficulty of the knockout is you lose, you're gone, you're out.
You can have a good record in the first round, but when you lose in the knockout stage, wala lahat yun.
In the meantime, Makaslang, who is Cebuana, I think was called for a net scrape, and we will now have Trisha Tubo all set to serve. She lands it into the net. Franny has an early report. Go ahead, please.
Neil, it wasn't just Trisha who scored well, and that's credit to Alohi Robbins Hardy and her ball distribution. She tried to use everyone in her arsenal as they played in yesterday's match. She said it's really a credit to her experience, but really also the scouting report prepared by the coaches. She told me that she's also very lucky that the girls are very responsive to her and allowing her to set them any which way she does. She said that really playing in the Philippines, the style of play is so different, but what's nice about being with the Farm Fresh Foxies is the players constantly ask her questions, but also teach her a lot of new things as well. She considers herself sort of like an ate, one might say a wise maid trying to impart her knowledge, and really it's that knowledge sharing between the coaches, the players, everyone in the Foxies team that allows them to play the way that they want to play. And right now against Nextled, they gotta go all out because a quarterfinals ticket is at stake.
Definitely so, Franny. The advantage of Alohi Hardy or Robbins Hardy is that she's played here before in the Philippines. And she knows the idiosyncrasies, the quirks, the culture, and how the game is played in the country.
And that's right, she's also a solid blocker. And in yesterday's game, ang dami din niyang pinuntos off those dump balls.
We have now 5 straight points by the Chameleons. Farm Fresh started something like this yesterday, very slow. Here's Fernandez. Inside! And we have arrived very quickly at the first technical break.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
As Dua Lipa's song sings in the background, we have Nextled levitating here early on with an 8-3 lead. It's a very sleepy start by Farm Fresh, Neil.
So Fernandez has been targeting Jolina De La Cruz on the pass.
This time it's overcooked. And finally the 4th point of Farm Fresh is on the board.
As I mentioned earlier, Farm Fresh really needs to polish their service reception.
Jolina De La Cruz. Carino. Big shot. Kept in play nonetheless by Delario. And Tubo too far away from it.
First point for EJ Carino. She emerged as the top scorer last night, even if she came off the bench.
A lot of people a little confused when started with Laure. Yeah, that's it. Of course, one part of the Laure sisters who play so well. Robin's Hardy. Viray. Too much.
Balls out. 10-4.
Flat ball from Caitlin Viray will give the Chameleons a 6-point lead. Timeout, Coach Lodi.
Foxies.
There will not be hard balls coming from those pipes, okay? Because we put extra blockers, so it cannot be a surprise. If there is spaces, there can be a hard ball, but not in that case, okay? At least this one we try to hit, okay? Because remember, the first goal of our team is to score points, okay? That's the thing where we need to upgrade. So we need to hit whenever I have a decent ball to score. That one was different. Your one was a scoring opportunity. You go with conviction, high hands.
I like that. I like that coaching philosophy. Our first objective is to score points.
And dalawa din yung pinoint out niya. First, he talked about defense. Sabi niya sa mga defenders niya that he is confident na makakuha sila ng maraming rebound, so hindi na dapat nagugulat yung defenders. And he also talked about the offense. They have to go all out. If you want to go for those hit outs, you have to commit and go all out.
Finally, after a long drought, the 5th point of Farm Fresh has been put on the board, and we're going to go with Risa Cruz serving. Risa played decently yesterday. Stalwart defensively. Permantilla with a catch. There's Cruz swinging it gently. Viray. Valerio. Maragino pushed up by Viray. One-handed toss. There's a challenge issued by Nextled right away while the ball was in play. It's a net fault challenge.
A challenge in the middle of the rally. So if this is unsuccessful, we know what will happen. The point will be awarded to the Farm Fresh Foxies.
But if it's successful,
There was a net fault.
There is a net fault. The challenge is successful.
and that will stretch their lead to 6 right now. Rich Makaslang. And the hometown Cebuana, she talked to you earlier, how grateful she was, how happy she was to be playing back at home. Elevated. Viray. Maragino. NxLed solid here in the first set.
They also watched the game of Farm Fresh. They know that that will be one of the options of Aloy Robbins Hardy pag dikit yung mga pasa ng Farm Fresh Foxies.
It's a 12-5 tally. Chris Makaslang will serve anew. Very deep, and it's messed up. Very spotty passing by Farm Fresh here in the first.
That's still the main problem for the Foxies. They have a lot of strong attackers in that starting unit. Pero hindi mo magagamit yun pag wala kasing first pass.
And those attackers are on the back row right now. Here comes an attack. It stays up. Maragino That's partially blocked, and the point finally lands in the hands of Farm Fresh.
Masyadong nanggigil si EJ Carino at a low contact point. That last set from Jaja Maraginot. We're still holding on to a comfortable 7-point lead.
Yes, and a quick chat with Coach Ettore Guidetti. Back row strike, captain play, Maraginot surveys. The push, and it's missed by Laure.
Back to back for Farm Fresh. They now have Trisha Tubu in the front row. So that's a big advantage in this rotation.
Alohi serve in play. Maraginot sets this up. Marcus Lang got it to be blocked out.
When you take a look at the stat sheet ng mga games ng Nextled, majority of their points come from their wingers. So, ang laking tulong pag makakuha din ng puntos si Chris Mangaslang and Jaisel De Los Reyes. They don't need to score as much. Perhaps a 7-8 point output would already be enough to support the scoring of their wings.
In the meantime, a favorite move of Trisha Tubo, a bit of a hook. Snares that point. They're down by 6 currently. Farm Fresh has brought in Princess La Rosa. Taga Bacolod gali ini. Ay, di nag-abot sa piyak, hindi umabot sa kabila.
That is tough. Coach Lodi was looking for a spark plug, but it was a 3-point given to the Chameleons.
That's a tough job, really. Ako personally, I don't like to use the term service specialist. Puts too much pressure on the poor person, but that's our game. Down the middle. Captain play. Dalario, there's a net. That's dancing. We're just in time for a second technical timeout. 16-8. Chameleons ahead.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Those are familiar faces on your screen. Riri Meneses and Ces Molina cheering from the sidelines.
Wala pang update kung kailan papasok itong mga to. Nasa TV tayo. Nasa TV tayo. Dalawa lang naman ang reaction pagka fan ka tas nasa TV. Natutuwa ka or second.
Nahiya ka. Nagtatago.
And look at this. This crowd is beginning to murmur. This crowd is beginning to yell as the veteran. Sorry, Rachel. I gotta call you now the veteran. I know we grew in this game almost at the same time, but it's a delight to see you still doing what you do best. Whoa, look at that set. Caught, however, with a hand in the cookie jar. Tubo recycles.
She didn't get it the first time, but she went to that same point of attack. Sabi nga ni Coach Lodi, he's teaching Trisha Tubu to be efficient. The power is already there. She's a high leaper. She's a powerful hitter. Pero kailangan maging efficient.
Here's Abellana, who saw some action yesterday. That serve is too much.
Another tough error for the Foxies. This is now an 8-point lead for the Chameleons.
Alam mo yung nalalagay ka sa TV, di ba, naging verb na of late, na Coldplay. I'm sure Coldplay didn't want that to be used in that way. Well, that's life. Alohi. Rachel and Takish with a bullet. It's parried away nonetheless. One more time. Well done by Monares. Dakis taps it cleanly over. Maraguinot read it. Rachel Ann Dakis is there and she scores!
This is what Farm Fresh needs. They need a leader to help everybody regroup.
You know, they may not be able to overturn this completely now. But energy for the second set will most likely be there. As Fernandez escapes. Boy, she was jailed yesterday. As that is a spike of the set brought in by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan.
That was a beautiful set. Beautiful reverse set rather from Jaja Maraguinot. Giving Fernandez a single blocker.
Cruz tosses it over and look at the way they score that point.
These are the small balls, I would say, na non-negotiable for coaches. Mga sobrang easy ball na sana to help you run your counter-attack.
Yes.
Pero nagiging puntos pa ng kalaban.
Here's Laura Carino. Monares. Robbins Hardy. The toss by Viray. Maraguinot. This is punch through.
Ball distribution has been impressive for NxLed Chameleons.
Yeah. And Jaja is just spreading the butter all around.
I think everybody's on the board. There's the scoring.
Chara Permentilla was about to serve, but not before we have this break in the Asha timeout. Let's try to tune in.
Like, this is a medium speed attack and you shoot the ball. Like, we have to read the situation, know who is attacking. That's not a bomb coming. Okay, so this ball we keep comfortably up there in the middle. Okay, guys, all right, we are serving them out of system, but they have better quality with second contact. Okay, and we need to get there and to attack every ball and to cover if we don't score. Okay, because it's not there that they are winning. Yeah, it's not there that they are winning.
Good recognition from the Farm Fresh Foxies. Ang ganda nung nagiging set play ng NxLed Chameleons, and we can see smoother transitions for NxLed for the Farm Fresh Foxies. Coach Lottie is looking for more ball control, I would say, kasi there have been hits from NxLed na hindi naman ganun kalakas. Pero hindi umaabot kay Alohi. She has been chasing after all of these passes
I agree.
from the back row, kaya nahihirapan sila to establish their own offense.
In the meantime, Coach Guidetti getting a lot from his unit on the floor. This serve is into the net, and NxLed is just a few steps away from pocketing set number one. Krish Makaslang will continue to serve. She was there earlier in the previous rotation. Dakis accepting. Viray propelling. Tossing is Dakis. Fernandez. Regalo. Woo! Hindi na diinan. But the back row unable to handle it. Dakis put a hand on it, but out of reach.
Jaja Maraguinot is having a field day in setting.
She's getting a good first ball. Dumadating sa kanya, malambot na eh.
Reception problems also continue for the Foxies. They really have to address that if they want to gain some momentum as we end the first set.
Yun o, yung sinasabi mo. Laki ng habol ni Robbins Hardy. Ito, inaabot. Dakis. Viray shoots. Gets it to buy.
They need every point that they could get. Doesn't matter how you score them. You're down by 8 points.
You need to build on something here. You know, you got to get some momentum. You may not get the set, but you need some energy spilling over to the next one. This is a race to 3. After all, here comes Marco. Nice set. Nice set. Oh, ang ganda ng swing ng set na yun.
So much control being shown by Jaja Maraguinot.
Look at the set. Woo! Nice work, Direk Alneri. Ang ganda naman.
That's the perfect height and placement for EJ Carino. You also have to give your attacker some time to think about her angles.
Tough angle that time, but they managed to hook it over. Fernandez, and that's into the crowd. You know, see John Fernandez, when she doesn't have towers in front of her, she can power her way through.
Nextled is controlling the pace of this game. When it comes to second contact, hindi minabadali yung mga magsiset yung attackers. They just put it high up so that the attackers can get a proper approach.
We're glad that you could join us on our different platforms. Seth Sarmenten, Neil Flores, Franny Reyes here in Cebu. And this is that problem that Dockies had last night.
Still no solution for the reception from the Foxies.
Sometimes Rachel is in a rush to get into her take-off position. She has not dug the ball yet. And we are at set point. Tubu. Maraginot. Delerio. Or Horvina rather. The hook. And we are done.
Sakto pa din yung bomb set ni Jaja Maraginot as EJ Laure puts an end to the first set.
At 25-13, that's the point of the set, brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. We'll have set number 2 coming your way, wherever you're catching us, just very shortly. It was a 24-minute first set take by NxLed. And keep in mind, in this match, possible seat in the next round. Don't go through the knockouts anymore. So many problems for Farm Fresh in that opener.
In the eyes of Coach Lodi, it was definitely a disappointing first set. From the start of the set until the end of the set, they couldn't address the reception problems. And we also have to applaud the efforts of NxLed. Alam nila na kayang pumasa ng Farm Fresh. So they're just looking for those spaces, those players na pwedeng magkamali. And that's the time na in-exploit nila yung weakness ng Farm Fresh. And even in the second and third contact point, NxLed had the advantage. Look at that, 11 unforced errors for the Farm Fresh Foxies. And NxLed scored 4 service aces. That's a lot. Hindi pa counted dyan yung mga bitin na pasa na hinabol ni Aloy Robbins-Hardy. So for Farm Fresh, first things first, focus on that first pass. Wala ka nang ibang iisipin kung hindi ihatid yung bola na yan papunta kay Aloy Robbins-Hardy. For NxLed, they don't need to change anything. Because the distribution of Jaja Maraginot was on point in set number 1. The attackers were also converting the sets of Jaja. Kaya dire-diretso yung momentum ng NxLed.
Yes. And the early producers of points. Let's see if in this second set, Farm Fresh can stabilize the ship, steady it.
We're back to the second set.
They don't have Dockies on the floor right now. And if you're NxLed, you want to keep on pounding while Farm Fresh is in disarray. Okay, Janelle Delerio will start up as NxLed libero.
Sabi nga ni Janelle, it feels weird that she's going up against her former team. I think this is the first time that she's going up against the Farm Fresh Foxies. So in a way, there is that familiarity. Alam niya yung mga strengths, alam din niya yung mga weaknesses ng mga players on the floor for Farm Fresh.
Here's Maraginot, who has been playing superbly. Tubo uncorks, jammed on the back row, top set, elevated by Tubo, and it's out of reach.
3-0 start once again for the NxLed Chameleons.
Big run by NxLed. 6 straight points after being down at 3-2, and that set the pace in that first. Big shot by Biray, one hand on it, off the block, and it's still recovered. That's gonna work for Trisha Tubu.
That has been her go-to swing, yung power tip. Lalo na pag feeling niya hindi ganun kaganda yung spacing niya between her and the blockers.
It's gentle hold to the ball. It's not completely a lift, if you may call it that. In the meantime, NxLed moving in front by 2 right now. Dakis returns.
The Foxies can't seem to put their serves in.
No. Laura Carino. De La Cruz shoots and scores.
That will help the confidence of Jolina De La Cruz. She has been the target of the serves of NxLed. But once she gains some confidence, mas makokontrol niya yung mga touches niya sa bola.
We expected quite a battle between these two. Hard to predict really whether it's 3, 4, or 5 sets. So much at stake. Oh! Turing! Keep it in play. Elevates this one. De La Cruz. Denied. Nowhere to go.
Monster block from the Chameleons, courtesy of Joe Fernandez and Jaisel De Los Reyes.
Yeah, and let's now go to Friday for the second set report.
7-0. I caught up with Maggie and Jove of the NxLed Chameleons while they were warming up, and they actually told me that Coach Ettore thanked them for fighting the way that they did in the match last night. He said that though they did lose, he was happy to see the way they fought in that second and third set. They never stopped showing their spirit, and that's what he wanted to see from them. Now, it's more important than ever that they play like they have nothing to lose and just enjoy. Actually, Joe Fernandez said that the enjoyment is most important because that's when they play well. They lose, and that's clearly showing in the body language we see right now. Back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Franny. And Fernandez with some wily plays. Didn't get it off the first try, then tossed it to the back row. Nobody home. Chameleons advance by 3.
Service. De Los Reyes.
Dakis picks it up. And Laure couldn't contain it. Third point of Farm Fresh.
Good point for Trisha Tubu. Kanina, puro power tips. But that time around, she went for a full swing.
In the meantime, here comes the Maraginot push. De La Cruz. Laura Carino gets to it. Big shot. Denied. Cruz is all over that ball.
This is the strongest blocking duo for the Farm Fresh Foxies. Pag magkatabi si Risa Cruz and Louie Robbins Hardy, lumiliit yung space for the outside hitters of NxLed.
Parang sumasara yung pinto. Tubo serve in play. Fernandez. Tubo heaves it high. De La Cruz shoots. Picked up now by Maraginot. Corner, it's outside. Oh, no.
That violation is called by the second referee.
Referee Educado making this call. Coach Lodi is perplexed.
They still have 2 challenge opportunities, so they can use one now.
Yeah,
and
I think they will.
They will. Net fault challenge from the Foxies.
Oh my God!
Katabing-katabi ho namin ang audience dito. Nasa gitna po kami. Meron tayong mga masasayang fans na nagkokomentaryo. Hello! Direct nasa likod namin sila at sila may sariling komentaryo habang umaandar. Masaya silang pakinggan, mga kaibigan. Mamaya direct bigyan mo ng chance makita kami rito. In the meantime, meron.
Unsuccessful for the Foxies. Will lose 1 challenge opportunity. Sometimes yung mga blockers hindi napapansin. Natatamaan nila yung net.
Kaway kayo kay Alimbaka. Ayun na yung camera na yun. Yung kaway kayo dyan. Yan. Yan po, ganyan ho kami kadikit. Thank you, Direk Alneri. In the meantime, Orvina nearly losing that. By La Cruz. Here comes Monores. Robin's hard. Oh, she ended up so short.
That's the downside of higher sets from the slide. And
yes.
in the past few years of Lisa Cruz playing as a middle, sanay na sanay siya sa mabilisang set play from Louie Romero.
You're just above the net, diba? Eto, Romero will try to play now and see if she can distribute better with some familiarity in mind based on what you just said.
Familiarity is definitely different, lalo na for Louie Romero and Risa Cruz.
Dakis. Tubo! Cruz! One more time around the block. De La Cruz! Nextled fighting hard. Big shot after big shot. And listen to this crowd roar.
That's the impact of one Louie Romero.
You know, I would say that it must be hard also for Louie. You just have to be a good team player, no?
Yeah.
To get into that position.
That was actually my concern when they got a Louie Robins Hardy. Both are excellent setters.
Oh, yeah.
So ang hirap kung paano mo babalansehin yung playing time.
In the meantime, we arrive at the first technical time at the serve of Farm Fresh not arriving at destination.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Malakas yung serve. Si Permentilla ba yun? Yeah.
It is down to 2 after that error from Nextled.
Alam mo yung Nextled, yung feeling lang. Manalo sana tayo para pumasok na tayo dahil hindi na tayo dumaan dyan sa mga knockout na yun. Oh, messy reception. 2 straight points by the Foxies. Look at how that ball dances and messes up the reception. Cruz. Ooh, tough catch by Maragino. Fernandez tosses it gently over. Romero goes to Dakis. Handled well that time. Back row at work. One more time, and Rachel ends up short.
She tried to target zone 1, but the set was already far from the net.
Hindi late na para ilihis niya yung kamay niya eh, which he did so well yesterday. 2-point lead for Nextled. They took the first set, in case you're just joining us, capitalizing on the errors of Farm Fresh. Makaslang unable to get it to the setter. Monares got to it. Louis Romero keeps it alive, but then can't score. Louis tries again. The shot. Fernandez, another one of those long rallies, shaping up. And it is over and done.
The floor defense of Nextled is on a different level in today's game.
Yeah. Parang nag-practice kaya kanina umaga, or at least a walkthrough.
They're not allowing the attackers of Farm Fresh to score ng ganun kadali lang.
Dakis hammers. Oh! There's a whistle. It's on the ground.
And Coach Lodi knows that. It hit the floor first before it hit the fingertips of Jolina de la Cruz.
Watch this. It's right here. Yo, no. Farm Fresh timeout.
Farm Fresh.
On the first contact, especially I'm close to the net, I avoid to shoot it back away. I play small games. Okay, small games. How many tip points? Any tip point? Any tip point? No. Okay. So my spot, if position 6 has to go take this ball, it's impossible. Okay. So zone 1 has to take those. All right.
Let's go. Good one. Yeah.
Ball control was still one of the topics in that timeout of Coach Lodi. Right now, they're looking for the proper height in the passes. I would say that.
I agree.
It's either masyadong malapit sa net or masyadong bitin for Louis Romero. So you need to find the midpoint. Hindi kailangan super perfect at this point.
Yeah.
Pero you have to push that ball nearer to the net na hindi over para kasama yung middle blocker sa offense pattern.
And Dakis sealing the wall. Ask any player what's more satisfying, a spike, a kill, or a block, and almost 95% you'll get killed. A block, rather.
It's harder to score off the block.
And there's a different sensation and satisfaction when you do that.
But aside from their reception, they're also having troubles in the service department.
12-8. It's the block that thrills most players. 90% really. They have to toss it over. Yes, they do. Tubo did that. In the meantime, Maragall back row attack. Oh, short. Very short. She misjudged that completely. And Coach Guidon is...
He is livid. Because that was a chance to score.
Because, you know, she was in the clear already. She hesitated probably in her takeoff. She didn't feel right about it. They get the point in a different way.
TG Carino is still the best option for the Nextled Chameleons after her output in yesterday's game.
Saka kung namomorsyento ka na to get points, no? Which we have recommended for galleries, and that's they're looking for that kind of player, really.
They need a heavy scorer. Parang yun na lang yung kulang ng galleries. Isang kayang pumuntos ng 20-25 points yung level.
Tracked down that time by Romero. Maragall, Fernandez. Dakis stretches for it. Romero, Toring. This is not one of those furious rallies, but it's a rally nonetheless. And it'll work for Nextled. They are now ahead 14-9.
It's like we're watching a counter-attack drill in training. Nextled has been forcing Farm Fresh to give out chances to them. And all of the attackers are just prepared to fly high. Oh, a lucky break there for EJ Carino, getting some help from the tape of the net to get that ace. Now they establish a 6-point lead against the Foxies.
You know, while you were speaking, sorry, Neil, I was listening to Franny whisper. Farm Fresh went home a little late. They were the second game also last night, so they were not able to do anything extra in terms of preparation. Not that they were expected to, but this shot from the corner, it is, they want a challenge. They feel it's outside. Permentilla is talking to Coach Guidetti. I think the challenge will proceed.
Based on our vantage point, the ball was flat. Walang masyadong spin. So there's a high chance na walang nahawakan yung blockers ng Nextled. That's why they called for that challenge. And the players were the ones who actually requested for the challenge from the coaching staff.
Boy, with your coaching staff, there are two ways to get it earlier. We saw, and I won't say which coach. I think the coach really got mad that there was a rotation error. And in the meantime, whoa, what is the call? It's out.
Oh, I thought that it was a block touch challenge, but it was a ball in, ball out. Nonetheless, it is successful for the Chameleons.
And the score will be retained at 59. Or 69. 69, sorry. And therefore, we have arrived at the technical timeout.
Second technical timeout, 16. NxLed 9. Farm Fresh.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Let's go back to what Franny had reported earlier. You know, she talked about Coach Guidetti just appreciating the effort of the Chameleons in their game yesterday. Didn't win, but they gave an excellent effort. Farm Fresh, as also Franny whispered to me, we ended up a little late. We are quite a distance from the main city thoroughfares, actually. In the meantime, let's get back to the action. 7-point lead as Laura Carino serves. De La Cruz shoves it over. Oh, look at Maraguinot. And Doc is unable to contain it. It's now 17-9.
That's another free ball from Farm Fresh. Now, an 8-point lead for the Chameleons.
Boy, Coach Lodi is running out of space to write on that clipboard right now.
They will be changing the libero position.
And why not?
Jack Janela.
Why not?
Will man the floor for the Foxies.
Jack might be able to make a few stops here. And she's the veteran, of course. Here's Laure. Iniwas ni Laure, no? Toreng. It's high. Dump. Unscored. Blocked. And scored.
No coverage behind Kiara Permentilla. Nagkatinginan yung defenders ng Nextled. That will be a kill block for Trisha Tubu. More substitutions for Coach Lodi. Pierre Avellana will serve for them.
She had a very brief stint in the first set. But this is her role. Maraguinot punches it high. Tubod zips it over. Maraguinot. Too much heat on that one for Laura Carino.
Miss hit from EJ Carino.
And that's back-to-back points for the first time in a long while. and a conference happening there. Abellana's service straight and true. Oh, Doc is unable to handle it. 19-11 now.
The form was also off. It's hard to control the dig pag pa-sideways yung hampas ng forearm. Ball should always be in front of you.
De La Cruz jam. Dakis keeps it alive. De La Cruz uncorks. There's a net scrape by Nextled. Yeah. Bakas lang. Second time for her to be in contact with the net. Yun, sabit na naman. Rachel will remember some of the good things about Cebu. I'm sure she'll forget these difficulties that she's had receiving the ball.
Farm Fresh is still looking for explore defense and reception.
Yeah. Tubo tosses it over. Maraguinot. Laura says no.
And that is painful to watch if you're Coach Lodi. A free ball turned to a point for the NxLed Chameleons.
Nine-point lead. That served too much. Boy, that first set score was just as awful for Farm Fresh as it is right now. It's 25-13.
That first set put a lot of pressure definitely on Farm Fresh.
To bounce back, huh?
And as a volleyball player, I think the other athletes would agree with me as well na pag nabarya kasi ang isang player, pagdating sa pasa, it's hard to gain that confidence back.
And there are days when it's just not there. Maraguinot whips it over, keeps it in play. Defense working that time for Farm Fresh. They sealed that wall.
Valero had no other option but to set that up for Chiara Permentilla. Now we're going to see Leon de Guzman in action
for the first time tonight. (21-14). Here's De La Cruz. Maraguinot gently tosses it to Fernandez. And I think Leanne got her first point there.
In the off-season, tinabaho rin talaga ng NxLed yung depth ng bench nila.
You know, you're right, eh?
They are loaded in wingers.
Romero. Dakis will toss it over. Jonella doing Jonella things. That's low. Oh, there's a challenge. Net fault. Challenge option. That's in the middle of the play.
So the point will go to the Farm Fresh Foxies. And NxLed will lose that challenge opportunity.
You know, from a head coaching standpoint, you also have to trust your assistant. It's easy to say, well, you saw something different, but you gotta trust your assistant also. In the same way that you may have to be hard on them when they miss something. In the meantime, here's this Farm Fresh serve. The Guzman got to it. Woo! He hit the railing at the top. Yep.
We're at warning point.
Coach Lodi is already writing his 6th for the 3rd. Here's Makaslang.
Bonus for the Foxes.
May allowance pa naman yung NxLed. They still have a 7-point lead.
And check ball, touched. We are at set point at 24-16. Judges serve in play. Tubu overshoots. We are done.
Take the second set. 25-16.
First, we have a spike of the set. And it's brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan. And of course, this is the point of the set brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. 25-16 is the final count of the second set. And it was done in 28 minutes. Can NxLed seal it with a straight sets win? Or does Farm Fresh have one more ounce of battle blood remaining for this one?
There were a lot of balls na chance na sana nilang umatake pero nagiging puntos pa for the NxLed Chameleons. It's relatively the same numbers that we saw from Farm Fresh. They still struggled in serving, in passing, in floor defense. And I think that's really the aspects of the game na kailangan nila pagtuunan ng pansin. A while ago, Coach Lodi was also pointing out yung attacks nila. But look at the numbers. Farm Fresh only scored 4 points in attacks. NxLed had 13. Good thing about the game of Farm Fresh in that second set was their net defense, 5 against the 2 of the NxLed Chameleons. But that is definitely a surprising number, to say the least. Only for attacks with a stacked roster
right,
in this starting unit. Kaya they have to try to turn things around. I know na paulit-ulit natin siyang sinasabi, but reception is the most important part of volleyball.
You know, the errors of Farm Fresh accumulating 19 of them as well based on the 2 sets. And there's something different about the energy of NxLed here tonight compared. You know, they didn't play that badly yesterday. It's just that PLDT was just airtight and solid from start to finish.
Trisha Tubu has also been limited to 8 points.
Yes.
EJ Carino is currently the leading scorer for NxLed with 13.
And we are just about ready to continue with action here.
Now for NxLed, yes, they're in a good position, but we know that winning 2 sets is easier than closing out games. That finishing kick
said it so well,
is
partner.
also going to be the focus for the NxLed Chameleons, but they start off really well here in set number 3 with a kill block against Jolina de la Cruz.
It's clear that Joe Fernandez has shaken off the trauma of yesterday's game, really. Not being able to get anything through the blocks of PLDT. Regalo. Doc has got to it. They shoot it over. And that's 2 straight points by NxLed.
That's just control from EJ Carino. Sometimes restraint is also a factor na kailangan matutunan ng mga outside hitters. Hindi lahat ng bola pinapalo ng malakas.
Hindi lahat hatawan niya, di ba? Kung yung isa may diskarte rin. Short serve. And it's 3 straight points by NxLed, and they're off to another fiery start.
That has been the game plan of NxLed, to use their serves as their first weapon in every rally.
Keep in mind, top 2 teams of each group will move into the quarters outright. That's the blessing they'll get for working to the top of the totem pole, while the rest of the field will play in knockout matches that cross over 2 sides from Pool A to Pool B. Look at this.
It's a quick 4-point serve.
Yeah.
For the NxLed Chameleons, courtesy of Jaja Maraginot. Aside from her setting skills, she's also one of the more reliable servers of her team.
Just like the first set where NxLed had 6 straight points. And finally, there's an answer from Farm Fresh, as I said it to Franny.
7-0, I did get to step into that hallway where Coach Alessandro Lodi talked to his starters, and it can only be described as him rallying his troops. He asked his players, are we gonna try? Because we are going to die trying. He pointed out that the NxLed Chameleons are getting the fingertips of the Foxies, and he said, hey, we can do that too, but we have to step up, we have to push, and we have to be the aggressor in this match. They knew that NxLed would want to bounce back after the match that they had yesterday, and right now they know what's at stake, so they have to treat this as important of a match as it is. Now, Lorene Turing is getting ready to serve 7-0. Any thoughts?
You know, you want to win also this second game. It's hard to ride the airplane tomorrow or tonight if you lost the game, really. Doris Reyes joins the party.
We've been pointing that out. Pumupuntos na yung wings ng NxLed pag merong pasundot-sundot na puntos from the middle. Ang laking tulong for their squad.
It all piles up, no? All those little things as we have Laura Carino serve in play. Oh, great dive that time by Orvina. Tubo blocked by Permentilla. Tubo got it to brush against Permentilla this time.
More power tips coming from Trisha Tubo. Taking advantage of that block from Chiara Permentilla.
Foxies down by 2. Good set. It was a beautiful set. My amateur view of this is I just say that this is the spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan. I can sense it from this position. If I can spike it, I feel it's a good set. Pagkita natin, ano, masarap paluin.
And yung mga outside hitters, nakikita din nila kung nahuhuling middle blocker. So there's that last millisecond na check kung nasa yung defenders na nasa kabilang side ng court.
Laure with a one hand on it. Permentilla will shoot it over. Reach for Cruz. No. Missed it completely. Monares with a good pickup. But they went out of control in the succeeding play, rather.
You also have to feel for the Foxies. We're feeling their frustration. They're trying to brush it off.
I agree. Parang it's a difference between night and day between the way they're playing now. Tubo denied. Bacaslan with a Cebuana cover there. And we have hit the technical timeout, the first of the third.
Bitin na kaya sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
If you're just catching us, the first set went 25-13 in favor of Nextled. They took the second as well at 25-16. They're in command here, 8-3 in the third. Another block. But De La Cruz got that to punch through.
Yun naman yung maganda kay Jolina De La Cruz. Yes, merong mga mistakes on the floor, but she always wants to bounce back. Yeah, lahat ng set na ibinibigay sa kanya, she tries her best to convert.
And she found a very narrow way to get to that point. Permentilla soaring and scoring.
Chiara Permentilla knew that she had the upper hand in that last play. She attacked the block of the shorter Luis Romero.
Fernandez's serve, caught by the net. Hum of the count is 5-9 as Cruz goes to the service line. Permentilla.
That is going to be the main target for Chiara Permentilla every time she's up against Luis Romero. Ang taas ng percentage, nasa zone 1 ang target niya. So, Farm Fresh has to be ready for that.
Romero swings it over. Nice dive by Horvina. Jam at the net. Bacaslan jumping as a fake. Dawkins tracks it down. Tubo heaves it over. Maragino check the other side. Makaslang shot in play. Monares is there. Dakis. That's not going to work.
Too much angle there from EJ Laure. She wanted to
slice it.
Yeah, she wanted to go to that sharp cross-court angle.
Romero serve. The tap by Laure Carino. Dakis long. You know, from a coaching perspective, the coaches also know, wow, it's not one of those nights, you know? We hope we can recover, but it's been the same for all 3 sets. That's another long, long shot. There's a challenge.
Lock touch challenge from Farm Fresh.
They will acknowledge it.
If you're NxLed, ayaw mo na ng mahabang delay. Kasi baka mawala pa yung momentum.
Yes.
Kaya binigay na nila agad yung puntos.
Jaja, however, asked permission from Coach Guidetti. Am I okay? Then I will admit this so that we can move on. With that in mind, so we can proceed. It crawls over the net. 1 point lost, 1 point gain.
This time, she went for a deep cross.
Five-point lead. Jaja will serve. Romero. Nicely done.
Angelina De La Cruz is starting to heat up. That's the confidence that we want to see from the Foxies. Okay, Abeliana will check in. Even in the first 2 sets, Coach Lodi has been trying to get some production from the bench, kahit from the service line lang.
Anywhere at this point. It's a 4-point lead, however, by NxLed. Shank, but they keep it in play. Dakis. Boom.
Farm Fresh is starting to chip on this lead.
Yeah, they have now scored the last 2. Coach Guidetti working on his team. Stay focused, stay in the realm, stay in the game. Franny, go.
I want to talk about Pierre Abeliana. Did you know that she is from Pardo, the barangay that's just 5 minutes away from USJR Coliseum? And she says it's a full circle moment for her to be playing in the PVL and in Cebu. She also told me that every time she's injected into the game, she has to play without pressure. She admitted that yesterday she did feel a bit of that, but now she feels like she's more grown than the person she used to be, and she just wants to show out, not just for the Farm Fresh Foxies, but also for Cebu. Let's turn it over to EJ Carino serving.
Alam mo, Franny, as we thank you, it must be such a special thrill. As I'll get back to the point in a while, De Los Reyes had a fine block there. You know, for the players who go home, when we've done that in Iloilo, in the other places, it must be a special thrill. Lalo na they started playing in the provinces where they hail from.
Farm Fresh Foxies.
And so many Cebuanos actually in our 4 teams. Let's pause for this timeout. Let's try to tune in.
Let's not leave space his line. All right, that shot they cannot hit clean. All right, now Carino, she's gonna face and go pretty loopy with the trajectory. Okay, so we use that. All right, let's go high and deep, high and deep. All right, and we get some deflections also, like they do. All right, let's go.
Good pass, good pass. Here, now!
Our count here in the third is 14-9. First 2 sets taken in control by Nextled. 25-13 and 25-16. At stake a spot in the next round without having to go through the knockouts.
Turn back.
You know you're in trouble when your main scorer is getting checked at the net by the blockers of Nextled. Look at that. Trisha Tubu getting blocked by Jacel de los Reyes.
If Farm Fresh is not able to turn this around, they will drop to 3-2, while Nextled will move up. PLDT took care of business earlier today. They swept their share of games. (15-10). Now the Farm Fresh Foxies need a wake-up alarm here. What a shot by Permentilia. And we have arrived at the second technical break.
10. Our last stop.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Eagle will face the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells. And at 6:30 p.m. from Pool A, Chocomucho Flying Titans will take on the Petrogas Angels. That's on Tuesday, July 29 in Candon, Ilocos Sur.
Thank you for still joining us here. It's a dominant performance so far, but look at this faithful fan. By the way, this is not just our duty here. Earlier in the day, our team also covered the V-League games, or the Visayas Collegiate Tournament. It's been a full day. We worked only this afternoon, but our team worked throughout the day as well. So congratulations to our colleagues here, Sinjin, Josh, Carlo, and O'Neill, and everybody else. And of course, Director Al Neri at the helm. Dallas Reyes, net touch. It'll go to Farm Fresh.
The crowd wants an extension.
Parang bitin. Out of reach. Don't you just love how cool EJ Laura Carino is? Just so calm and so focused.
They know that they're playing at a high level, so even if Farm Fresh scores, ang bilis ng sagot ng Nextled
I
Chameleons.
agree. And they will need that for the next round, huh? If they do finally cross over here after possibly completing business here. Ooh, ooh. It's a net touch. And there's an apology by Permentilia.
The ball hit the antenna first before it hit Trisha Tubu.
But those of you who have played this game know that it's something you can take. Part of the game also. 5-point lead by Nextled. Cruz will serve. Laura Carino caught it. Permentilia overcooks.
Yes, there was a check ball. Toring. The spin changed pagkalampas sa net, so it was obvious that there was a check ball.
And referee Velarde, who is right there atop, making the call. Permentilia has been playing good defense, huh? Joust. Captain play by Romero. Dakis or Vina. That hits the top.
Impressive numbers for EJ Carino. She's near the 20-point mark. That's a lot. And they're poised to take this in latest fashion.
And go straight into the quarters, Neil. Vermentilla manning that back row. Oh! And finally something out of her. Big smile.
She's just oozing with confidence. Killing every set given to her by Jaja Maraguinot. Going through the double block of Farm Fresh.
2012, but Vermentilla wastes it. Perfect.
She can do no wrong. EJ Carino unofficially is already at 20 points.
Sterling performance. And this is what every team needs, a go-to scorer. Somebody who can deliver. Some teams have 2 or more, but one can do it. And it's just 4 points away for NxLed. That's a little messy from Monares. Putting. That's missed. She missed it. She knew it. EJ knew it. The minute it left her hands, she knew it was off. Takis will serve. One more time around the block. Romero got to it. This is outside. Eight-point lead. What a game by Jaja Maraguinot, really.
A masterful game from Jaja Maraguinot, just giving opportunities to her attackers to shine.
Tubo and playing some defense as well. Orvina tossed over by Fernandez. Romero slides. Vermentillas has been steady. That antenna is shaking, but not because it was hit. Oh! Dallas Reyes doing some great things here today.
That's another kill block for Jacel De Los Reyes. Steady hand there up top.
You know, when everybody does their job, good things happen. Keep in mind, NxLed won 3 straight before they lost last night. Oh, dug up from down under by Vermentilla. But that was too Oh, net touch. Will there be a challenge? Yes, there will be. So, Neil, consequence, if NxLed holds on, they will join PLDT in the next round. The others pool, not yet clear as of now.
Right now, Signal is the top seed in Pool B with a 4-1 record.
Dreamline is done already at 3-2. But that Cherry Tigo team is working right there.
So right now, ang pasok na ay Signal HD, PLDT.
If NxLed holds on, they're in. Because they will end up at 4-1 and Farm Fresh will be at 3-2. Net fault. Lots of hands. And we are now at match point. Very very dominant in every set was NxLed, really. And the scores reveal that.
In every skill category as well.
Yeah. Dakis will pass it over. Is this it? Yes! And NxLed will be in the quarterfinals.
And it's got to be one of the best performances of the NxLed Chameleons. They finished the preliminary round with a 4-1 record, only dropping that game against PLDT. They're looking for a strong finish. They're looking for a podium finish actually in this preseason tournament.
And let's look at the point of the set brought to you by Myra. Be brighter brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. So, we're not yet completely done, but we'd like to thank you for joining us here in our presentation from Cebu of the PVL on tour. A very satisfying win from NxLed. They just did it very well. We'll be back with Neil and Franny in just a short while.
Maayong gabi kainyong tanan! Kasama ko na yon ang Daughters of Cebu. Let's start with the Farm Fresh Foxies. From Cebu City, Laureen Toring!
Maayong gabi kaninyong tanan! Daghang salamat sa pagsuporta kanamo. O gunta makabalik pa mi diri pohon ug amping mo sa iyong paguli.
From Pardo, isang Pierre Avellana!
Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan, Cebu! Thank you sa tanan ni Tanaw ug gisuporta sa amo ha. Thank you sa among families. Thank you sa ni-support sa Farm Fresh. And we hope na makabalik mi dire and inyo gyapon mi suportahan. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our Farm Fresh Foxies. And now from Danao, Rich Makatlang!
May gabi, USJR! Salamat sa iyong pag-anhi diri, sa inyong time, sa inyong effort. Wala mi diri kung wala mo. Salamat sa iyong pagsuporta. Unta dili mo hunong tanan diri. Balik-balik mi pohon!
Thank you so much, Rich, Pierre, Laureen. But now, allow her to reintroduce herself with 19 points off 16 attacks, 1 block, and 2 ace. EJ Carino! EJ, alam kong nagkasakit ka last Thursday. So, kamusta naman ang pakiramdam mo na yun?
Okay naman ako and pinagpahinga talaga ako ni Coach Ettore.
Gaano kalaking bagay ang panalo nyo na yun, especially na nakasecure na kayo ng ticket nyo sa quarterfinals?
Siyempre, makakapagpahinga kami!
At EJ, one last question. Advance happy birthday. Ano ang birthday wish mo na yun?
Ang birthday wish ko ay sana manood si Daniel! Daniel Padilla yun ha?
EJ Carino, now is your chance to greet the many fans here in USJR Coliseum. Go ahead.
Ayan, dito na supportahan kami. And thank you po sa NxLed Management, Sir Chris, and syempre, ang family ko, si Bugoy and si Scarlett. Happy birthday sa Papa ni Lia. Happy birthday, Papa! Gusto ko din po magpasalamat sa support ni Ma'am Cathy. Yan.
A very, very happy NxLed Chameleons. Daghang salamat, Cebu. Neil, Seb, let's close this one out.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Franny. Good job. And Neil, a very convincing win by NextLed here.
Just by looking at the numbers, you already know the story of this match. Farm Fresh couldn't get their offense going. They were limited to 18 attacks. But the main reason for that was their faulty reception. They also gave NextLed 24 3-point off those unforced errors. And in the end, I would really credit the game of NextLed in the serving category. Doon nagsimula lahat from the very first set until the very end. They continuously put pressure on the receivers of Farm Fresh. And now, they're in the quarterfinals and they will be waiting in the wings for their opponent.
Okay, well done also, Neil Flores. Thank you for joining us on the 4 games. And now we hie over to Candon in the north in Ilocos Sur. And the game is on Tuesday. Cherry Tigo faces the Thunderbells in the first game at 4 o'clock. And the next one, Chocomucho, takes on the Petrogas Angels over there in Candon. And so, in behalf of all of us here in Cebu for the PVL on tour, daghang salamat kaninyong tanan. We'll see you all in the days ahead as we continue to be on tour and bring you the heart of volleyball wherever you are.